I'd like to call the Mentor City Council regular meeting for October 7th, 2025 to order. Tonight's invocation will be given by Councilperson Marn.
Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for this day. Help us use good judgment for the business at hand and guide us in wisdom with a continuing sense of truth and fairness for the community we represent.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Julie, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Marn.
Here.
Mr. Pinkerman.
Here.
Mr. Blake.
Here.
Mr. Donovan.
Here.
Mrs. Dowling.
Here.
Mr. Kirchner.
He is excused.
Mr. Krieger.
Here.
Okay. Tonight we'll begin with approval of minutes. Council, you are in receipt of the September 16th, 2025 work session.
Approve. Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marn.
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman.
Yes.
Mr. Blake.
Yes.
Mr. Donovan.
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling.
Yes.
Mr. Krieger.
Yes.
Okay. Council, you're also in receipt of the September 16th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
Move to approve?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marn.
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman.
Yes.
Mr. Blake.
Yes.
Mr. Donovan.
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling.
Yes.
Mr. Krieger.
Yes.
Okay. Minutes have been approved. Moving on, public hearings, we have none. Tonight, tabled legislation, we have none. Moving on to new legislation, ordinance number 25-0-089.
An ordinance to authorize transferring funds, advancing funds, and revising appropriations and declaring an emergency.
Ken,
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Roganchik, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. This ordinance is largely to allocate transfers from the general fund to the payroll stabilization fund to cover severance payouts for employees that have retired. And then there's also a new grant program that the city received that is included in advance and budgeted to appropriate.
okay. Council,
Move to approve.
Second?
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marn.
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman.
Yes.
Mr. Blake.
Yes.
Mr. Donovan.
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling.
Yes.
Mr. Krieger.
Yes.
Okay,
Move
so,
for passage?
right, that was
Second.
the first one was a move to suspend the rule. This one
Move to pass.
is moved for
Move to
passage.
passage, no. Passage approved. What do you want to use?
Julie, please call the roll.
I'm sorry.
Go
Mr.
ahead, Mr.
Mr. Krieger, you seconded?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Marn.
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman.
Yes.
Mr. Blake.
Yes.
Mr. Donovan.
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling.
Yes.
Mr. Krieger.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance number 25-0-089 has been approved. Next is ordinance number 25-0-090.
An ordinance amending Section 139.02B of the codified ordinances of the City of Mentor 2006 as amended, modifying the authority of the Director of Law to appoint temporary assistants and special counsel.
Joe.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President, members of council. I'd ask you to please consider this as a housekeeping item. It addresses two instances. First, the appointment of temporary assistants. That happens in really one of two instances. Occasionally, we have a conflict of interest relative to prosecution, and it's necessary to appoint a temporary assistant to handle those conflicted cases. Why do they have to be a temporary assistant law director? It's because they have the legal authority to prosecute someone, and also because they enjoy absolute prosecutorial immunity. The other aspect of this, which the current version of the code is silent on, is the appointment of special counsel. It's really not clear who has that authority, although my office has exercised it in the past, and I think it's time to clarify that a bit. We primarily do everything in-house now, as council is aware. For example, though, something that we normally send outside to special counsel is our workers' comp cases. Again, there could be conflicts of interest on civil cases as well. It's not necessary to appoint a temporary assistant law director for that, but we would refer it to special counsel. And on occasion, there are things that, frankly, we just don't have the expertise in-house to handle. And so we might look on a transaction-specific basis. For example, a bankruptcy question may come up. I don't practice bankruptcy law, and could spend 20 hours trying to figure it out and may not still have the right answer after all that time, not with someone who's been practicing it their entire career. So it might be a situation where you have special counsel appointed just to provide limited advice on something else in a case that we're otherwise handling. So again, this is just to clarify my office's authority. Again, It is limited by your annual appropriation for legal services, which is $100,000. I have never exceeded that during my tenure as law director, and obviously, if it were to happen, council ultimately controls the purse strings, and so there is that check on any potential abuse. Not for myself, but for future law directors. Thank you. I appreciate your consideration of this, council.
Thank you. Ken, do you have anything that you'd want to add, or did
No,
Joe
I
hit all the
I
points?
don't. I think it's perfectly appropriate. I can think of no incident in the time I've been with the city where any approval has been withheld, and certainly the law director is best able to determine who's our best representing us, so no objections at all.
Okay, great. Counsel?
Move to suspend?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Move to approve?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Okay, ordinance number 25-0-090 has been approved. Next is resolution number 25-R-116.
A resolution declaring October 25th as SUDEP Awareness Month in the city of Mentor and declaring an emergency.
Okay. Last month, I was contacted by the council president in North Olmsted. And sadly, his daughter, Brenna, died suddenly in her sleep. She had been an epileptic for 10 years. And at the time of her death, what the family didn't know is how common SUDEP is. SUDEP stands for Sudden Unexpected Epileptic Death. And as this councilman and his family went through this tragedy, they realized that they could have done something had they known. So he reached out last month to 34 Northeast Ohio communities asking that we talk about and pass a resolution to help bring awareness to SUDEP. It turns out that looking into this, 1 in 1,000 epileptics per year die in their sleep. That's a huge amount of people. It's actually more common than SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome. So things that could be done as we try to make awareness to this situation for epileptics is certain steps can be taken that should be adhered to. And some of those steps include closely following doctor's orders and taking your medications, prioritizing healthy sleep patterns. I guess if you don't get enough sleep and you suddenly go to sleep, that's an issue if you're an epileptic. Avoiding alcohol and recreational drugs. Recognizing seizure triggers such as flashing lights or things in the environment that should be removed, especially when you're going to sleep. Also, seizure detection and alert devices. Ohio House Bill 731 of the 134th General Assembly designated every October 26th as SUDEP Awareness Day, also known as Brenna's Day. So I'm hoping that we could pass this here and observe it every October and help bring awareness to our community and members of our community who are epileptic and the danger of SUDEP. So with that, I'll entertain a motion.
Move to suspend?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Move to approve?
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Thank you, Council. Resolution number 25-R-116, Brenna's resolution has been passed. Next is resolution number 25-R-117.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to file an application and enter into an agreement with the Ohio Public Works Commission for the purpose of acquiring funds through the State Capital Improvement Program for the Mentor Avenue resurfacing project and declaring an emergency.
Ken, this is good news.
Yeah, this is good news. Thank you, Mr. President. Council, our city has been recommended by the District 7 Integrating OPWC Committee for 2 projects this year, and 2 very worthwhile projects. Both projects, these are the 2 projects that we submitted, and they do require your approval to allow a formal application. So, Mr. Swigger, could you talk about Resolution 117?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Filipiak. This project is expected to cost approximately $3 million and will be partially funded with a $650,000 grant and a $150,000 loan by the Ohio Public Works Commission. Project is located in the southeast quadrant of the city. The project begins at the intersection of Menor Avenue near the Target store at the Painesville Township Corp line and extends west along Menor Avenue to about 500 feet west of Hopkins Road. Project will consist of a 3-inch mill and resurfacing, full-depth pavement repairs, curb repairs, manhole repairs, and restriping of Menor Avenue within the project limits. The work will also replace traffic loops within the project limits with radar detection. And as part of the process, it's necessary for the city manager to be authorized by city council to submit the final application. And the construction is anticipated to start in the summer or fall of 2026. Thank you.
Council?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Byrne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Move for passage.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Byrne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution number 25-R-117 has been approved. Next is resolution number 25-R-118.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to file an application and enter into an agreement with the Ohio Public Works Commission for the purpose of acquiring funds through the State Capital Improvement Program for the traffic signal replacement project and declaring an emergency.
Ken?
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Swigger, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. This project is expected to cost approximately $1.4 million and will be partially funded with a $350,000 grant and a $150,000 loan by the Ohio Public Works Commission. This traffic signal project will consist of a full reconstruction of 3 relatively outdated traffic signals in the city. These locations are the intersections of State Route 306 and 84, State Route 84 and Garfield Road, and State Route 306 and Industrial Park Boulevard. The project will replace the span wire signalized intersections with mast arm poles, replace controller cabinets, vehicle detection equipment, signals, and all other signal equipment. As part of the application process, it is necessary for the city manager to be authorized by city council to submit the final application. And construction is anticipated to start in the summer of 2026. Thank you.
Okay. Council?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Byrne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Byrne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution number 25-R-118 has been approved. Next is resolution number 25-R-119.
A resolution authorizing the city manager to submit to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development a Community Development Block Grant Annual Plan Substantial Amendment for the fiscal year 2024 and declaring an emergency.
Ken?
Thank you, Mr. President. Council, this actually makes amendment to the fiscal year 2024 plan, which included, this will include 2 projects which will be moved into the 2025 fiscal year. It includes an improvement to Menor Headlands Community Center for the purpose of replacing a 3-phase generator and a portion of the local match to provide handicap access for the improvements to the trail network at Wildwood Nature Preserve. And this is all contingent on the federal government actually restarting.
Okay. All right. Council?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Byrne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Byrne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Abstain.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes, but I just wanted to make a statement, as John can probably attribute, the trustees of the community center are really thrilled with this improvement, and I think it's a great thing for the Headlands area to have a generator. There is no place down there for people, and it can be used as heating, cooling, whatever it needs. So I think it's a great use of these funds. I couldn't think of a better use.
And actually, it benefits the entire community because of the fact it does have that generator now. If we have a disaster where we
Exactly.
need, or a cooling station or whatever available for the community, not just the Headlands.
Yes.
It's available, so.
They understand that.
Okay.
Yes.
And Mr. Krieger.
Yes.
Okay. All right, resolution number 25-R-119 has been approved. Moving on to second readings, we have ordinance number 25-O-088.
An ordinance repealing Part 7, Chapter 752 of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Mentor 2006 as amended, reenacting, amending, revising, and enacting for codification purposes new Chapter 752 related to short-term rentals of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Mentor and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to put this on third reading.
Could I hold off on that motion
Sure.
for just a moment or two? Because we have two people who'd like to come up
Oh,
and
okay.
speak on this ordinance. So if I could, I'd like to call Brian Epp. Please come to the podium, give us your name, address, and go for it.
My name is Brian Epp, 7245 Jackson Street, Mentor. Honorable members of the Mentor City Council, esteemed colleagues, and fellow residents, good evening. As a lifelong resident of this great city, alumni of Center Street School and Mentor High, this is our home on the shores of Lake Erie. I've stood before you time and again, not as an outsider pushing an agenda, but as a neighbor who believes in the conservative principles that have made Mentor a beacon of stability, hard work, and community pride we believe in. We find easy common ground with principles like limited government, fiscal responsibility, property rights, free market opportunities, and smart stewardship of our local resources. These are values I know resonate deeply with leaders like President Blake and Vice President Kruger, who have championed responsible local governance. Tonight we consider the proposed ordinance to repeal the short-term rental ban and replace it with balanced, common-sense regulation. I urge any remaining reluctant council members to join us in voting yes. This isn't about unchecked growth, it's about measured progress that honors our values and secures our future. Let me start by acknowledging the concerns that brought us here. We've all heard the stories, fears of eroding the family-friendly fabric of our wards. We get it. Protect what's ours, safeguard the urban dream, the suburban dream that drew families like mine to Mentor decades ago. But let's look at the facts, not the fears. In a city of over 20,000 homes, we have just 23 short-term rentals, approximately 1/100 of 1% of the housing stock. The real data screams one truth. These aren't problems, they're responsible operations run by our neighbors investing in our community without overwhelming it. The outright ban we've lived under since March is well-intentioned, but it's heavy-handed government at its worst, stifling opportunity while solving a crisis that doesn't exist. As conservatives, we know better. Regulation, not prohibition, is the right way. This ordinance delivers exactly that. It caps short-term rentals at 32 citywide, just 8 per ward. That's deliberate design to prevent oversaturation, ensuring no neighborhood feels the squeeze. It builds on our existing codes for noise, nuisance, and parking, adding only what's needed: annual inspections, owner accountability, and clear definitions from Chapter 752. No new bureaucracy, no endless red tape, just fair rules that let property owners exercise their rights while protecting the peace. Now let's talk dollars and cents, because as fiscal conservatives, we measure success in balanced budgets and tangible benefits. This ordinance unlocks real revenue, 3% lodging tax straight to Mentor's coffers for roads, parks, and public safety, potentially tens of thousands annually from those 32 permits. Plus 5% to Lake County, funneled directly into lakeshore improvements that keep our beaches pristine, boost tourism, and create jobs right here in your wards. We're not just allowing rentals, we're funding the very enhancements that make Mentor shine for our kids and grandkids. Remember, neighboring towns like Painesville and Fairport are already reaping these rewards without chaos. Why should we sit on the sidelines? This isn't some rushed proposal. It's a labor of love from our own team. Mr. Blake and Mr. Kruger have shown steadfast leadership in roles like Planning Commission appointments that provide a commitment to thoughtful development. Planning Director Kathy Cantanzarini, City Manager Ken Filipiak, and the entire Planning Committee poured countless hours into crafting this. On August 14th, just a few weeks ago, the Commission reviewed it and voted unanimously to approve, calling it a great working document. That's not partisan spin, that's bipartisan consensus from folks who know our zoning inside and out. The planning team recommends this as a well-thought-out approach, and that is hard to dismiss. To all on this council, this vote is your chance to lead with principle. Pro-business without being reckless, pro-community without being isolationist, pro-mentor without being short-sighted. The ban was a blunt tool for a nuanced issue. This ordinance is the scalpel we need, precise, protective, and prosperous. Imagine telling your constituents you chose compromise over control, revenue over restriction, and forward-thinking governments over fear. That's the legacy we build tonight. I ask you, vote yes on this ordinance for our wards, for our wallets, for the Mentor we love. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless the city of Mentor.
Thank you, Mr. Ott. Okay, we have one more person wishing to speak on this ordinance. Martina Matthews. Well, please come up to the podium. Ms. Matthews, if you'd give us your name, address, and tell us what your thoughts are.
My name is Martina Matthews. I live at 4573 Willowbrook, and this is my first time here, and I wanted to see what's going on with this ordinance. I have not much to add other than saying in my little street, which is very narrow, it has only the residence parking. It has no extra parking lot or anything like this. It does have a not very well maintained public access at the end of the street. And the last two houses that were sold are now Airbnbs or rentals, whatever. And I don't understand very well what the rental conditions are at this point. And I would request clarification what your proposals are, what a short-term rental is, what a medium rental is, and long-term rentals. So I'm here to gather information. And like I said, we have very little space, and some residents, neighbors are concerned that it doesn't turn into a party town with our very limited space, with more cars than our neighborhood can handle, and just more traffic. We're not allowed to to park in the street overnight. We're only allowed to park on improved surfaces. And like I said, it's a space and noise consideration more than anything else. Of course, safety. And so I just request more information of what is proposed.
Okay. Ken, would Ms. Matthews be able to call Kathy or?
Yeah, sure, Mr. President. We'll make sure that you have a copy of the ordinance, which shows all of the rules that would be in place. I think it speaks to nearly everything that you have concerns about.
Yeah.
So we'll get you a copy of that. We'll get you a copy of that at the end of the meeting, actually.
Okay.
And then also, our planning department is available to take questions if you have anything that is less clear to you after that.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much.
That's even better if we could get her a copy of the ordinance. Okay, very good. Thank you, Ms. Matthews. Appreciate it. Okay. All right, now.
I'd like to make a motion, put this on third reading.
Okay.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Before I vote, I just want to say, I talked to one of my colleagues about 2 weeks ago, and I guess there's some holdup on this and concern that the state is going to put their own rules in. And I'd like to maybe ask the law director, wouldn't it be smart if we put our own rules in now, and maybe this will be grandfathered in when the state makes their move, and then we have written our own rules. This thing's ready to be voted on, and it's all voted through the planning commission, and a lot of the concerns the young lady had was that those answers were in here. And there was a lot of work put into this, and I'm sort of confused on why we're not voting on it, but I guess the only thing that it could be is I would consider this grandfathered in if the state, sent us their regulations, and we already wrote our regulations, so would ours supersede the state? I don't know. That's something I have to ask the law director.
Go.
Yes, that would remain to be determined at the state level. The state could attempt to preempt all local control of short-term rentals across the board. Or it could take different variations. Say the communities may prohibit them, but if they permit them, they do so pursuant to state statutes or something in the middle. So you really have to wait to see what the state would attempt to do, how those state attempts at preemption may conflict with Ohio's Home Rule Amendment to the Ohio Constitution, or see what avenues the state would permit for local regulation. It may allow for some latitude in terms of the total number or permitting processes, things of that nature. So it's a complete unknown is the short answer.
I understand. Let me say one more thing. We all sat down, a lot of people put their input into this, and even if we voted this through and the state came in and said, we can't do what we want to do here, and these get thrown away, we at least took an attempt to put our own regulations and rules in on this thing before the state came in and told us we can't do this, we can't do that. At least we're putting up a little fight. But as far as that, I vote, what are we doing? We putting this on third reading?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Okay. Ordinance number 25-0-088 will come up again in 2 weeks for its third reading. So moving on, third readings, we have none. Manager's report. Ken.
Thank you, Mr. President. Council, we have one pavement open cut request at 5594 Grove Avenue from O'Neill Excavation for the purpose of installation of a new 6-inch sanitary sewer connection. Ask for your approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Council. Council, discounted winter rates are now in effect from beginning last October 1st through April 14th at Black Brook Golf Course. When weather permits, we remind our residents and guests that the golf course remains open for play. We invite our residents and guests also to celebrate the Halloween season like never before at the Mysteries of the Manor Trail on Friday, October 24th, 2025 from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturday, October 25th from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Mentor's Historic Wildwood Cultural Center. Residents can hop in a golf cart with family and cruise through the spooky sights and sounds of the Haunted Manor Trail. Admission is $15 per person. Children under 1 are free, and you can register online for the event at cityofmentor.com/registration or by calling the Mentor Recreation Department. And we do encourage everyone to register early as this event does sell out pretty quickly. We also remind our residents that from October 27th through December 12th, the amount of yard waste that residents can put out for collection increases from 12 to 25 units. A unit is defined as one bag, bundle, or a container of yard waste. And the City of Mentor yard waste program runs from the first full week of April through the second full week of December. In honor of Fire Prevention Week, several preschool visits were conducted to introduce our young children to fire safety basics in a fun and engaging way. And our third grade students from 10 of our Mentor schools participated in the Fire Safety Village, where they learned essential fire prevention skills through interactive hands-on activities. And then finally, Council, we have 2 new businesses to announce. Purple Lotus Yoga Studio at 8642 Mentor Avenue and Pet Vet Well at 8900 Mentor Avenue. So we wish them success and thank them for our investment in the city.
Okay, thank you, Ken. All right, moving on. Clerk's correspondence. Julie?
Nothing to report.
Okay, commission committee reports. Council, you're in receipt of meeting minutes from the Municipal Planning Commission dated September 4th, 2025. Old business.
Mr. President?
Yes.
Yeah. Ask the city manager, I haven't got any update. Have you got any update from the Lake County Sewer Department about my problem down in Ward 4?
It's more than just your problem, isn't it, Mr.
Yeah, well, yeah. The whole situation stinks, but.
Indeed.
no.
I haven't spoken to anyone at the Utilities Department as of this week, but we did get some limited information last week. I thought it would be helpful because I anticipated that you might be asking for an update. I did write down just kind of a listing of what has happened there, because I know, despite the fact that you've done a very good job of trying to keep your constituents there informed, and I know some of the rest of council has as well, and we've put out some information, it still doesn't always get into to the hands of people who are directly affected. So just a little reminder of some of the things that have been done and some of the things that are ongoing. So some of these have already been announced and are known to the residents, but just as a reminder, the sanitary sewer in that area has been completely flushed and televised, and they haven't found any obstructions there. They have smoke tested the entire area to identify any leaking manholes. 2 of those private manhole covers were repaired, and all of the manholes have been sealed. In addition to that, they've installed manhole scrubbers, which are devices that are intended to remove odors that may come from the sanitary system. The way I looked at it, I think it's like a charcoal filter of sorts. They're also testing the air quality in that area twice daily. As of last Friday, all of the readings thus far are normal. Of course, they've doubled the dosage of ferric chloride upstream, which helps to prevent the release of the hydrogen sulfide gas, which is typically the culprit for sanitary sewer odors. The sewage in the manholes has been tested pretty extensively and very recently. And as of last Friday, everything that they've tested so far is consistent with normal strength sewage. These tests have also included the waste stream from the Hardy Road industrial site that we discussed earlier, and they received test results back from that as recently as Friday. And again, everything is kind of consistent with normal waste stream for residential waste. They have hired an outside industrial waste specialist to investigate the problem, who was supposed to begin their work today. So I expect that we might get some follow-up perhaps by the end of this week or early next week on what their activities are. They're now doing ongoing air monitoring at the manhole located at the Hardy Road site. So they're testing the air there as well as continuing to test the air at the Woodhill subdivision area, as well as sending their people out to do odor surveillance. And they're continuing to work with the Ohio EPA and the Lake County General Health District. I have had a discussion as recently as last week with Mr. Roethlisberger, who is the sanitary engineer, and I think that everyone is starting to become more and more suspicious that it may necessarily, not saying that it is, but it may not necessarily be strictly related to the sewer system. So I think having the EPA and the health district involved is a good is good to include them as partners, because I'll be reaching out to probably Ron Graham this week yet to see if they have any thoughts or if they've done anything to maybe investigate other options. I know it's been suggested that some of these odors could be coming from the marsh itself, but we would expect that some of the other neighbors would be impacted by that, and we're really not receiving any complaints. Although I do have one resident who indicated that she smelled a similar odor or the same odor in a subdivision across to the south of Lakeshore. So it's ongoing. I feel pretty confident that they're not giving up on the problem. They seem to be allocating what resources they need to. Again, it's just a matter of finding the source.
Well, something that hopefully the sewer department will work on it. It sounds like something that could be done now rather than programs like leaf pickup and drainage issues.
Oh, here we go.
You know, so. All right, well, thank you, sir.
Mr. President?
Yep.
Just
Ms.
a
Dell?
question. Has there been any improvement with the weather cooling off at all? Has that made any difference? Or is the smell still as bad as it was when it was so hot and humid?
Well-
According to the resident, we asked about that, did the rain subside the smell or whatever, and they said no, did not.
So it's just still ongoing, same as it has been?
Well, it seems to be hit and miss, but it seems to be in the very early morning hours and in the evening hours. We happen to have an employee at City Hall who lives in that neighborhood that exercises early in the morning, and she's actually been, to our benefit, keeping a log of the incidents, and she's done a great job of that. And it's been relatively consistent in terms of the time of day where you're picking that up. So we're forwarding that information on as best as we can, and any other resident information that's provided to us. Of course, we encourage our residents to forward that directly to the Utilities Department. So hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it.
Well, as it's like working on a car, something that's intermittent is very difficult to pin down. So hopefully if there's some consistency, and with your staff getting us some data, that is always helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a mystery. And Ken, once you solve it, because we know you will,
Not-
would you let us know immediately, because this right here keeps going up higher and higher in my interest. Morning, evening times, it's like a mystery that we got to get solved.
There is a source, it's just a matter of finding it.
Yeah, as soon as you find out, let us know.
Will do.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling and I had the privilege and honor to attending an event earlier today at the Mentor Library, and there was a number of great questions that were asked, and we tried to answer. Mr. Krieger, you brought up one was about leaf collection, and Mrs. Dowling and I explained that comes up for review every few years and things of that nature. But once again, when I was walking out, I was stopped by a few people. John Ayton, retired finance director John Ayton. Not too many of us were around when John Ayton was here. He retired 2005 already. But anyway, says hi. But we're asking other questions along those lines. And I brought this up before, and the bottom line is really simple. It's time that we give back to the people in terms of a tax cut, a tax break, save them the money on the taxes. The two best ways for that to come is in terms of us pulling $4 million out of our general fund and covering the fire levy for our citizens, and also to pick up the yard waste collection, because that takes care of everything then, because then they don't have to worry about it. But the simplest and the easiest, and it's about time, with $77 million in our coffers, we give money back. Number two, I want to bring up is that I spoke with Mr. Wassam in the Safety Village, just to give you guys an update. And everything's going according to plan. He's working with Mr. Vernon. They've got, we're looking at doing things internally where we're trying to fix the garage where the lifts were and things of that nature, but it's progressing nicely, and they hope to have the final figures to us very soon, so it would be in next year's budget, and they'll be able to finish in the spring of next year for the kids. So let us know what kind of money you're going to need. Mr. Swigger, Mr. Flipiak, Mr. Fowler. Thank you.
Thank you. John, do you have anything under new business that you'd
A
like
new
to?
business, yes. I'd like to make a motion to approve the 2026 council regular meeting schedule with the following changes. Cancel the July 21st and August 4th meetings to allow for council's summer break. Cancel the December 15th meeting to allow for council's Christmas holiday break. Change the November 3rd meeting to Wednesday, November 4th due to the conflict with Election Day. And change the start time of the June 2nd, June 16th, July 7th, and August 18th meetings to 5:30 p.m. due to the conflict with Mentor Rock's concert start times.
Second to exactly what John said. That's a lot.
All right. Julie, please call the roll.
Mr. Marne?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
All right, so we've got a 2026 council meeting schedule. Moving on, persons before council, we don't have any.
Move to adjourn?
Go.
Second.